So the time's about to tick on this. So we could have got the bonus on this easily. 4 would have been bonus. D, I reckon, would have been pulling in about now on D. Flopsy Doodle, thank you, 28 months. Wonder if that would hand in. Oh, 23 grand for a 23 grand job. Who's phoning? Literally missed that bonus by seconds. So that should have been the rear 5. This is the rear 6. Oh my god. Hey, we've still got good payday. It's just not as big. 4 jobs at once is fun, though. I thought you rebound that key. So did I. I thought I rebound that key, maybe. It's supposed to be the T key, and that doesn't do anything. Yeah, I don't know what happened to that. I literally remapped it at the end of the last stream. I'm sure I did. There's no multiplayer now. PC Gaming, thank you very much for gifting 5 subs. Welcome, guys. Appreciate the support, PC Gaming. $30K. Oh, that's a shame, innit? Those mistakes, man. Would have loved to have got that bonus. Totally doable. We had a big derail at the end of the last stream on Sunday. No, I closed it, Costello. it was game preferences.ini. I edited it. And I look for the key for G. Which is throw. Wait. I have got a T map to drop item. Wait, what? This is interesting. Where have we gone? I'm not paying attention now. What am I doing? Have we gone through? This goes to D, does it? It is this way. So basically, I seem to have two key bindings now. I have drop item mapped as T and throw mapped as G. So if I press G, I throw it. If I press T, I don't drop it. So I'm kind of confused by that. What does drop item even do? Guardian, thank you very much for gifting 10 subs. Welcome, guys. Thank you very much, Guardian and PC Gaming, for your gifts. If you got a sub, please give one of them a thank you, guys. Thanks for the squirrel gifts. I don't understand. I'll map both of them to T anyway. Well, I'll have to save it after I exit. Got a service yard here, so we'll service the loco. Save some cash. $55 minutes, look at that. Brutal. That would have been a lovely bonus on that one, 31 grand. Service yard. So, we've got 383 grand. And that's after we already bought another license. That's not bad. Welcome, Mirror. Time for Hazmat 3. If I see jobs that are worth taking Hazmat 3 for, then yeah. It's not really worth buying a license unless you've got a job that you kind of need it for, really. Otherwise, it just makes the game harder for no benefit. That's a lot of diesel. How much oil? $1,100 of oil? Total cost 13 grand. Wait, $900 for what? Was that LO9? What are the outstanding fees on this that we're not able to? Is it just emissions? Is it squirrel tax? Is that what it is? It just says fees. It must be one of those, you know, they say admin fees. It's literally that. Right, so we've got Hazmat 3 outstanding, and then the 3 militaries. No, it's definitely admin fees. Right, let me save that. Two Steam Locos Navarine. Lol, as if. Right, let's have a look what we got. We got shunting. More shunting. Logistic. God, it's not very good stuff, is it? Deliver scrap metal back to the steel mill. City Southwest with some cat food. More scrap metal. Where would you even get Hazmat 3 from? Is that going to be oil well, maybe? What's classed as Hazmat 3? Does it tell us on the thing? It doesn't say. They can be highly valuable and rake up extreme costs if damaged. Time bonus deadline, minus 5%. Brutal, man. Absolutely brutal. Maybe we're going to have to go down the military route instead. Flipping out, look at that. So if you... Like military 1, 300 grand copay limit, no time bonus change. Military 2, minus 4%. Military 3, it's like literally between those two, you have 9% time reduction. The other Hazmat 3 is needed for military 2. Oh, is it like radioactive waste type thing? Acetylene is the only non-military Hazmat 3. Acetylene. Well, I mean, there's 1,200 tons of scrap metal there, which will get you about 30 grand plus a bonus 45. It's not amazing. If you get military 1, we could go up to the military base, but I don't remember military 1 being particularly a big payer. I can't remember. Maybe we should just go up there and have a look. Apparently I can't fast travel to it. Why can't I fast travel? Literally can't fast travel. What's going on? Is that a bug? Military 1 only grants access to location and small jobs. No, because I can't even teleport there, look. Iron ore mine. There's something bugged out. Can't go anywhere. Normally you hover over this and it says it'll cost you $800. Something bugged out. Tab in, tab out, try that. Nope. I think I'm just going to have to restart. There's something ain't right. I literally can't save it, guys. Look, I can't click on this. I can't click on anything. Oh, now I can. If I tab out, tab back in. So if I click on that, now I can do it. There you go. Military base 469. What was you saying about needing a license? Station office. 52 grand. You need a Hazmat 3 and a military 3. What? Military 2. 5. Come on, game. Like, the game shouldn't even be generating things. Who's going to shunt that? Literally, why would you shunt that for 5 grand? It probably cost you that in fees. Whole logistic cars for 8 grand. Meh. Like, literally, the only things worth doing are military 3, Hazmat 3. These things. You need military 2 just to even push that around. Think about this for a second. You need military 2 license, which costs you hundreds of thousands just to be able to get a 5 grand job, which you can do down at any factory anywhere. That's silly. You should be paid extra because you've got those licenses. You know, shunting around something military or dangerous should pay better than anything shunting around, barrels of cotton. Same with that one, hauling empty cars. I mean, again, you could say you don't need a military license because it's empty, but then you do because you need military clearance just to come here. And then the only things that are really worth doing are these, and these all require you to have top-level licenses, military 3, Hazmat 3. Well, it's not a matter of management not caring. It's supply and demand. Nobody would take those jobs for that pay. Simple. Let's go and look at the iron ore mine. See what jobs they've got. I forgot about those little things. 22 grand to go to the steel mill. 31 grand to go to... This is more like it. Look, dropping off some excavators in a shunting job pays exactly the same as a drop-off in military. This is mad. Whole empty cars, that's to the steel mill as well. Right, is there a D6 around by any chance? There is indeed. There is indeed. We've got some jobs here. Game logic. That needs changing, I think, Tom. I realise this is early access, so they need to change that. If you've got licenses, like, it needs to reflect that in the price. Or rather, if the job requires a higher license, you should be paid more. Regardless of what you're doing. So the question is, which ones do we take? Or do we take all of them? Well, that one we can do last anyway. That can be nearest to the loco, I think. Put that one right next to the loco, and then after that, your big one is at the end. That's iron ore. Your next big one is here. With a bit of luck, that'll be on the same platform. And then same with that one. And then that one. So I kind of feel like you want to be... If the locomotive's here, you kind of want to line them up like that, I think. But then I've not added up the weights yet. You think 3 FH are plenty? 3 FH? Oh, freight holds. Well, Baz, the logistic only weighs 44, so that's not relevant. What we're looking at is about 1,600 tons in total coming out of the iron ore mine, which is quite a steep hill. So the question is, can one DE6 haul all of that? Yeah, 1,764 tons, which in theory is more than the 1,400, and that's definitely more than 0.5% coming out of that hill. I would be very surprised if there was more than one D6 around here. So I don't even think we can take them all. I think we're going to have to do 2 iron ore and the logistics. I don't see one. It's mostly downhill. Well, once you get up the slope, it is, Baz. If I remember, doesn't the iron ore mine? Oh no, the coal mine comes up. I don't know about the iron ore mine. Is the iron ore mine a slope going up or not? Because the uphill section, where are we going to? Steel mill. It may actually be almost downhill, you know. Got to control the weight on that spiral and then down into the steel mill. I reckon we take all of them. I've got a feeling it is mostly downhill. I think we should risk it for a biscuit. So we're going to have, let's see, LH96 is probably a multi-drop, maybe. We'll find out. Then we've got FH13, then we've got FH60, and then FH58. Don't put empty cars behind the loco, especially flat cars. The flat cars might derail. In that case, we probably need to leave the logistic hall behind then. Because the only way you take that is if you're dropping it like off last. Because if we put them... It's either that or we disconnect them. What we could do is put it at the end, but then disconnect it on the way into the steel mill. Just drop it, drop all these off, and then reverse back and get that. The question is it worth it for $6,000? Is it worth the hassle for $6,000? And empty cars, I don't know what they're like now, but empty cars used to derail quite a bit in previous versions of the game. They had this kind of weird problem. Like, well, they do tend to derail more often than anyway. I think we leave it. I think for $6,000 it ain't worth it. I think there's too many risks associated with it, so we'll just grab these. Well, this is the other thing, Baz. It might just be a real pain. Wish we'd never bothered kind of thing. 13, 60, and 58. So we want 13 first. Let's go and find it. This is going to be one of them, isn't it? 60. So that is car. That's the middle car. 60. What's over here? There's 13. There's 58. So we've got this one, then that one, then this one. Because 58 in theory could. 58 could in theory drop on its own track, and then these two go on separate, or they might all go to the same track. Yeah, but how can we check that, Baz? Like, literally the only way to check where they go is to hand the job in. So unless you're going to cheese it with a reload, there's no way of knowing. Truck and Pitbull, thank you for 105 months. Put logistics behind the last engine and use the last one with the remote control. You can drop the engine off with the cars. A third engine. Well, we haven't got any more locos around here. Hey, Raven. Let's move some heavy stuff. The logistical machine factory, how much was it worth? .1% gradient coming out of here. It's not quite flat, is it? 1.1%. Max load 1,400 tons, approximately, up a 0.5% gradient. And we're hauling more than that up for 1.1, so that's going to be interesting. As if game. As if. Scumbag game. Yeah, the problem is we can't even get a run-up out of here either. You know, by the time we've assembled the train, we're gonna, like, the loco's gonna be there, and trying to get a run-up is nigh on impossible. So that should be 13, then we're gonna go over to 60, which should be this one. It'll be fine, yeah, okay. It's having fun with us, this? It is indeed a loop track. We don't have two DE6s available. Let's see how much it slows down on its own when it hits that slope. There you go. 18, 17, 16. Yep, there's the slope. I'm not even touching the brake, look. It halved his speed. You get the remote control. You can watch my videos. I show you how to do it, but effectively, you go to the shop in Machine Factory and it costs you 35. Is it 25? I thought it was 35. 25. Worth it. If you're new to the game, go to my YouTube channel because I've got a new playthrough series and I go through everything with you. It's not Slammer Dead, Tom, or does that command not exist? Oh, there it is. Are you I've done it. How can I do that twice? Literally, how can I do that twice? That's mind-blowing. I couldn't do that if I tried. That's not talent. I don't know what that is, but that's not talent. Right. the last job is 58, I think. Which is all the way to the right. Why does that loop all the way around? From here. Where does that go? It goes left. And then it goes right. It comes all the way around here. It comes in that way. We could, in theory, reverse round and then take a massive run up. Maybe we should do that, actually. If we bring the train this way. Yeah, let's do that. Reverse it, and then we get a bit of a run up. We're not doing a standing start. Could work better for speed pickup. Yeah, it could do. I'm secretly hoping they'll all go onto the same track at the steel mill. That would be most convenient. That's a bit of a sharp kink in the track there. Look at that. Oh, come on, game. Really? There we go. Hey! Look at this view. That's awesome. Now you get a sense of the whole loop. You bought a VR headset because of the game. Blimey. Newborn Navigator, thank you for 8 months. Congrats on the new king. Ding! Grats. King Grats. I've not heard anything fly past yet. In theory, it should be coming over Chelmsford shortly. Oh, hang on. Wait a sec. Honestly, I don't even know if they're going to fly over Chelmsford. The cloud base is so bad. They won't see it anyway. It's supposed to be over Chelmsford around now, between now and the next 15 minutes. But the cloud base, I don't know. We won't even see it, I don't think. Tom, are you tracking it on, like, Sky Vector or something? Does it show where they are? I can hear something. Oh, they're already over the mouth. They must have taken a completely different route then. They must have just gone straight there. Yeah, it's been scaled down. I think they've just had to can it. It's a real shame because they're quite fun. They come right over Chelmsford. They really do. That's a whole lot of iron ore. Flippin' heck, this is a struggle. Let me do that. And then I can do a backup. If we get over that slope, we'll be okay. Mattman, thank you for 79 months. Should be able to do 20 around that loop, I think. Okay, right. I hate it when it just does this. I'll put it on 42. Simulator version will allow you to lock your toolbar properly, thankfully. Stop this from happening. Okay, his back end still on that bit. Twidget, thank you for 2 months. Okay. Okay, we're left turning out of here. We're going straight down there, hanging a right, down that loop. It's a shame the weather didn't hold, Tom. It would have been a lovely flight past. Like when the Queen had her anniversary, that was fantastic. Minus 1.3% gradient, you see that? Now the back needs to go through there at 40. British weather. I don't know, I mean, the problem with like April and May is very mixed. You know, you can get some wonderful days and then just, you know, it can just rain. And unfortunately, if it had done it last weekend, it would have been really nice and sunny. But this weekend, it's raining. Look at the draw. Celsius sounds quite hot for Florida. Is anyone else's Steam account getting hacked? It says you can't access it until 2038. What? Limit through here. Okay. Right, what are we on? Okay, keep right at 60 is what we're looking at. I like how it went 60, 60, 60, 50. Like literally as you turned a bend, it went from 60 to 50. Almost instantly. $50 and a minus 1.6 gradient. Is getting the big engine worth it? Yes. Because with the big loco, you can start to haul the big stuff, and the big stuff is where the real challenge lies. Like this is all about weight management. Right, this is a descending turn with a 30 limit towards the end, if I remember. I've tried Hydroneer recently, played it before, it was very new. Hydroneer. Did I play it before? Rings a bell. I don't have it on my Steam library, so I don't think I have played it before. Hydroneer is a mining and base building sandbox. Dig for gold and resources, turn for profit, enhance your mining operation. Came out May 2020. Very positive reviews. £12.79. Is not on early access. I've never played it. It's a lot of automation stuff. Single player? I presume. Single player. I take it it's an indie developer. Foul Ball Hangover. Developed and published by Foul Ball Hangover. What a name. Says not early access, but there's a lot of improvements over time. Considering that's been out 2 years, I'm surprised I've never heard of it. Have you played it? Do you know what it reminds me of? Like, when you look at the inside, it reminds me of, is it Dwarven Dig? Like, graphics-wise and stuff? Is it Dwarven Dig? What's that game called with a dwarf? There's like 4 of you go down to, like, get a load of stuff and get back out again. It's a bit grindy. Deep Rock, that's it, Deep Rock Galactic. Reminds me of that, like, when visually, that kind of cartoon style. You can make logic circuits and automate stuff. Well, why is it grindy then if you can automate stuff? Based on YouTube play-alongs, it involves a lot of grinding. I don't have time for that. I remember I played Deep Rock years ago. I think, did I play it with Ferret? I can't remember. Deep Rock was a lot of fun, but actually I think I played it with, was it with Derail and some others? Maybe Ferret? I can't remember, but it's been years since I played Deep Rock. Is this going to be the next on YouTube video? No. YouTube series is different. Added quite a bit. Too many games to play, that's the problem. Warning, leaves on the line. You played it in 2018. Blimey. 5 years ago? Do you know what? If it hasn't changed, I'd be quite disappointed. I think the chances of me playing OMSI 2 again are fairly slim. Minus 1.3 with a 40 limit through there. what's happening to the base game of UMC, because I know the developers, like the two devs who originally made it, went off to make, well, one of them went off to make a completely different simulator. So, is UMC still being updated, or is it just people adding things onto it? I've not seen much on Truck World Australia yet, so I don't know. Just more content. So people are basically adding stuff to a game that's no longer being progressed. What was the name of that? Oh, was it something simulator? The one that one of the guys went off to make. What was that called now? Lotus. What happens to that? Is that still a thing? I remember the last time I looked at it, it was... Why are we slowing down on a minus gradient? What's going on? Wait, why are we losing speed? Still around, but very bad. Have I derailed or something? Why are we just losing speed? It was a minus 1.4 gradient. What's going on? How can I need loads of throttle on a massive descent like this? Something isn't right here. Oh, the brakes are off, look. We should not need this much, and I've been going so slow, there's no way I would have derailed. And the console doesn't report a derail anyway. So I just can't work out what's going on. This is literally a descending loop. Done this to you as well. It's weird. Just that section just had huge amounts of friction, which now apparently seems to have gone away completely. What the heck was that? I think that was the bug, you know. I think there's a section of track back there that generates a lot of friction or something. Because as soon as we got past it, the train just went flying. Yeah, I genuinely think that was a game bug. Okay, so the back two are going to B3I. that one and that one going to B3I. The other one's going to A6I. So we will be coming in from the northeast into B3I and then A6I. Wait, there is no A. What are you talking about? A6 is a dead end. It's not even listed. Wait, where's... One sec, I want to make sure I don't derail this thing. A6 is coming in from the north. One sec, I need to actually operate the train properly. Okay, right turn 60, that's fine. Yeah, so steel mill A, that's the overview. I know where I'm going with B3I, but A6I is... Oh, I see, we're going to reverse in. Okay. Oh, that's a pain. That's a real pain. You cannot... God, that's... We're going to have to, like, put the loco around the other side just to push it in. That's annoying. Actually, how many cars are in that draw? There's only 5 cars. I reckon we could drive it in, hand the job in, it'll despawn the cars, reverse the loco out of them. That might be easier. What triangle are we talking about? So we're coming in from the northeast, we've got to drop onto B6I, then we've got to reverse back. Or we can detach the loco, reverse it back, and then pull the load and push it in. Or we can reverse it back, drive it into 6I, hope that we can fit the whole thing in, hand the job in, it'll despawn the cars, reverse the loco out with them. That's what I'm thinking. B will have enough room. So B has got 6 cars plus 3, 9 cars. 9 cars plus another 6, that's 15 cars, isn't it? That we want to decouple. So according to this, 15 cars. want it on that, don't we? Is that right? Need to calculate this correctly, guys. We want to drop off the rear 9 and the rear 6. That's 15 cars. So if the number starts on 20 and we want 15 cars, we need 20 minus 15 plus 1, which I think is 6. Is that right? I hope that's right. Well, if you think it's not right, say so now, rather than after I disconnect and then you go, oh, Squirrel. It's on minus 60. It should be on minus. It can't be on plus because there's nothing in front of us. Well, I appreciate your honesty, Poyle. Yeah, the minus indicates behind the train, positive indicates in front of the train. The 20 was the maximum, which means we must have 20 cars in total, which is right, 15 plus 5. So B coming in from the northwest, 6. Sorry, B3I should be coming in from the northeast, second track on the left. It's already set up for 3i. That's spooky. That's because we did that drop last time at 3i, the rolling drop. Find the back of the train this time. So hopefully, if we got the number right, this will disconnect and pull away with 5 cars. Alright, so we're going to uncouple that, and then going to uncouple the train itself. Have it go forward. Actually, it's no good doing that. It won't work. Ignore that. We can't do that. So 47 grand. $33 grand. FH13 is not right. Why have we got FH13? Oh, there's job report, scan by game. Cool. Mr. Compat, thank you for almost 4 years. Oh, you darn. There's not even a free track that I could move the loco down. True, we could just use the triangle, couldn't we? Let's do that. It seems crazy that you have to use the main line to do this. I'm just using keyboard and mouse, Mickey. To be honest, I didn't even know you could use a controller. I've never tried. It doesn't support them, there you go. I don't know, MMK. Iron ore. Very heavy. Nitram, if you're new to the game, I have a YouTube series that you could watch, but briefly go to the Machine Factory shop and buy it there. touch and go. We could possibly maybe hit the bonus on this, but I think it's fairly unlikely. So we want to go into 6i. Set for straight through. Well, yeah, I mean, obviously Disonator, if you get rid of the tracks, it would be much better. And also, you know, I find in multiplayer games, if you can get rid of the other people, they're generally more enjoyable as well. Just a personal observation. Think about any multiplayer game that you've ever played. It's generally other people that make it not fun. It's true. It's absolutely true. If you've ever rage quit a multiplayer game, I bet you it was because of somebody else. Second right on the way in, keep right. Dan Rofer, thank you for 57 months. Oh, blimey, I just realised the time. I blasted through my break. I gotta drop this off. My break, I'm gonna take an hour though. My scheduled start time is gonna be slightly late. Is the clock saying 5 minutes? This is close. This is so close. Overtime request form. So, first left, then a right, and then a right again. Oh, that's going to be close. I don't know if there's enough room there. The game may not accept this. Of course, it's a siding dead end with a really short run. Of course it is. How many cars have we got? 5. Oh, actually, we're reversing him. We're fine. I forgot about that. We'd already turned around. Come on. All the horses, please. Five minutes. We should be able to do it. You love the amount of trial and error. Yep. There is a certain amount of map knowledge that you need to accumulate I mean, in the early days of the game, there were no signs for speed limits. There were no signs for like gradient changes or speed limit changes. It was pretty brutal. Four minutes.
Coming in hot, alarm, save the puppies.
Glove. There's most glovage was deployed. We'll take that. Where's the job gone? Yeah, boy. 5 minutes to spare. Now we're cooking. I may have messed up earlier, but I made up for it then. Let's just move this out of the way. I'm going to put this in the service yard and then we'll be done. So, yeah, 15 minutes late to my break. Thank you, Valencia. Thank you for the bits. So how much have we got in the bank? Well, we've got 479,000 now. Decent money. That's full. Nothing. Didn't use any sand on that run, not surprisingly. No body damage. $68 of wheel damage. $82 of engine. Brilliant. And then if we go and hand in our squirrel tax, whatever that will be, $562 of squirrel tax. Okay. All clear. $469,000. I'll take that. Yeah, you get about 1% damage every time you turn the engine on. Right, we'll save that. Right, guys, I'm going to take a break. That's now backed up. I shall be back in 1 hour. About 4:15, something like that. So I shall hopefully see you then. If not, if you're heading out, enjoy the rest of your evening. Thanks for watching, and that's it from me. Bye for now. Perfect timing.